This is a review of the Ribz chest rig. If you go online, you'll find quite a few video reviews extolling the virtues of this piece of equipment. But I'm going to show you why I think it's in the category of a good idea in there somewhere waiting to get out. It's got a few problems with it. So, first of all, in terms of comfort, there is a big problem if you're in a very hot environment and not wearing a shirt or some such, because the webbing that they've used, stitched on to the back here, is actually pretty sharp on the corners and the edges. And what you'll find is you end up with webbing cuts, webbing burns, pretty uncomfortable. In the field I had to tape over these points because, as I say, I was somewhere very, very hot and I wasn't wearing a shirt. The other thing that is a big problem is that unless you exercise a lot of care when donning and doffing the Ribz pack and storing as well, you'll find that the various twists inevitably make their way into the webbing, and you will need a degree in mathematical topology to undertake the spatial rotations necessary to get it back to the point where you can put it on again. And so it can be quite annoying if you want to get off quickly and you've just put it down without paying attention and it's got twisted. Take you a long time to get it. It can take you a long time to get it back together again. Okay, if we take a look at the actual pack itself, inside you can see there are some mesh pockets. To start with, I personally think it would be helpful if there were mesh pockets on both faces, because what you end up doing is having a lot of stuff in the main body of the pack. With small items, things like that, it gets very jumbled up. Plus, because there's only one zip, there's quite a good chance that as you're rummaging around to get things could escape. There's a little bit of elastic stitched here on both sides of the pack, but again, I would think it'd be helpful if there were more of these and in different places. For example, it would be useful to have one in this position, because if you are, for example, if you're going to have a compass on a leash that you could take in and out quickly, if you use this as the attachment point, you're going to have to undo the whole caboodle, and that obviously runs the risk of things falling out, etc., etc. So it could do with a bit of development in that regard as well. And in fact, I would say only having the one entrance is a bit of a problem, really. Okay, so as I say, if you've gone online to look at this product, you probably have an idea of why it's useful to be able to keep things to hand rather than having to stop, take over a pack, hunt for some little thing like a compass or a map. So in that sense, it's it's a good idea, but I think it's something that needs a bit of development.